Hello, hello. On tonight's show, Mike shows us the final two combatants of Cover Combat 11 Pick 3 edition. Welcome to your favorite cover art loving, battle simulating live stream, Cover Combat by Exceller Comics. I am one of millions of Cover Combat fans out there that has the honor of being part of the show, Kevin. The other two important men of the hour, I'm not putting these in any particular order of importance, but first up is Pat.
Happy Combat Day, everybody.
Happy Combat Day. And then, of course, we couldn't do any of this without Mike. What's up, Mike?
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Now, I don't know whether I like to give myself reasons to stutter, because this time in the tease, I'm like, it's so short. There wasn't anything to say. So it struck me as funny. You know, I that's totally classic Kevin, too, striking myself as funny all the time anyway, too, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's good to be your biggest fan.
Right. Different way to put it. So we're here. We are at the finals. We're getting ready to take a look at who won the last two matchups, which of course puts us in the finals. Like I said, this is our shortest show of a Cover Combat series. So we're, you know, it's the most exciting. Well, I don't know if it's the most exciting. It's the last time you're gonna be super excited and be able to participate. Then the most excitement's the next time, but then it's all said and done. But then that's exciting for a different reason. So it's still cool, even though it's short, right?
Yeah. Round one is usually my favorite because that's when we're showing everybody all the covers.
Yeah.
And then we're coming up on the second. The first most exciting is obviously the winner.
Yeah. And you were saying in the pregame you had something else you wanted to mention.
Yeah.
What would that be, Mike?
During our, as everybody knows, because they already watched it, during our preview show, I talked about we talked about Superman Day. I said I ordered Action Comics facsimile, Action Comics #1. And the thing I like, I think we all probably have copies, reprints of it, standard comic book size.
Yeah.
This they're presenting in true golden age size.
Yeah, you did mention. Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's great. That's great. And then I got it and I opened it. And I mean, we've all seen golden age books. I swear we've seen them in real life. But it's like, this thing is ginormous. So these are the books I got. Regular size.
Okay.
I mean, it's like,
wow, that is.
Just look how big that is.
That is bigger than I would have thunked it.
Yeah, look at that.
How about you, Pat? Are you feeling that way too?
Unfortunately, we missed the part of the conversation for the show where we talked about Twinkies and how they're so much smaller these days. So there you go. It's happened to comics as well, apparently. That is a little weird seeing it like that.
So, yeah, it's so nice. It's on newsprint. If you have a chance, pick up a copy.
Yeah, I definitely want to grab one.
Cover price is $10. I was able to order it cheaply for $7, but it's worth $10. This thing is it's really great.
Awesome. I'm totally with you. That totally seems obscenely large. With just the way you've got them compared to each other, there it looks like magazine size opposed
Yeah,
to
it's in a
Golden Age.
magazine. They put it in a magazine bag.
Oh yeah, because you don't even have Golden Age bags and boards. You mentioned, yeah.
This is one of my last orders I'll be receiving from Things from Another World. As I'm sure everybody is aware, they shut down their online store. And then I started comparing, like the facsimiles of standard modern size. They cut it. They actually trim the edges here, and I think you lose some over here as well. Huh. I figured, how do they do that? But yeah, it's really to start doing facsimiles true to the size. If it's a Silver Age size, Golden Age size.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I agree with that.
There you go.
And what's crazy seeing that too is we like to, and when I say we, I know me and you do in particular, Mike. I actually don't know if you do, Pat, but we like to put the current comics in Silver Age bags and boards anyway to give that bang space anyway. Do you do that with Silver Age as well, Pat, or do you keep current books in current size bags?
Yeah, current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've both, Mike, flip-flopped over the years between actually liking them tight and liking them with a little bit of banging space. Yeah,
I used to like the current size.
Yeah,
but then I found that I was getting, because some people put them like this. They actually put them face to face and rotate them, which is great for storage. It sucks for looking through them. But I found I was doing that, and they would shift in the box, and this corner would crease right here.
Yeah.
Like all my early Saga books. That's how recently I was doing it when Saga first started. I pulled them out. I was like, man, look at that. It's just a real light crease right there. So that was the point where I switched, and it's always Silver Age bags and boards.
Since then,
yeah.
I think I may have wiggled back and forth once or twice since you've been doing it, because I'm a little torn. Johnny's here chiming in. Hey, what's up, John? He says he always uses silver as well. Yeah.
You know why? Johnny's a smart man.
Oh, you just insinuated Pat isn't. Watch out.
All right. I'm not even going to I don't even want to tell you why I use new, and I have no worries like Mike just mentioned. So
now that you just said that, I really want to know why though, Pat. Come on, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I was just
you might kick me out of the Exceller group.
Uh-oh.
I can't imagine that happening though. But if you don't want to share, you don't have to.
Double. No, it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit anyway.
Yeah, I put one on the front, one on the back. No, I don't board my comics.
Oh my God!
See ya.
I've heard of people like you. Never met one.
That's how you can afford so much more than us, Pat. You're saving so much money.
Like I was saying, Johnny's a smart guy. Pat's a smart guy too. He can stretch a nickel.
Now, I do have some that are boarded, but the majority are not.
Basically, when they get some value, that's when you board them up or something?
Well, sure.
Or if
sounds good in theory.
Okay.
But I've told you guys a million times, I am so far behind in reorganizing my books that.
Wow, that is shocking. We're gonna definitely have to talk more about that in the future. But
that's for a whole.
My whole point of bringing this conversation up, Mike, was that in that magazine board around that in that magazine bag and board around that Golden Age, it looks pretty close to how our current books look in Silver Age bags and boards anyway. So that's crazy.
Yeah, this is considered done. I don't even. I know you have that Golden Age bag and board for me.
Yeah, right. It's probably tight. It's probably a tight fit, I think.
Yeah. So I think this one's good. I'm actually going to read it, and then I'll pack it away.
My first thought when you talked, I didn't say this on the show the other day. My first thought was, I wonder what the cost, if that's cost prohibitive to do a book like that, because you would think that all their presses would be set up a certain way, and how easy would it be for them to shift gears and because I don't know if there's anything else being made to that size. Maybe there is. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe it's easier today because everything's computerized and they can just flip a switch and go to town. But
yeah, who knows? Yeah,
Well,
that's an interesting question though. That's for a whole nother show though. we keep getting going. We're gonna have to change the title of this to the whole nother show.
yeah.
Well, one last thing I'm gonna, because in case Jim Lee is listening, I already have reprints of Detective Comics 27 and a bunch of other Silver Age or Golden Age books that are regular size. If you do Golden Age, I'm in. You'll sell me another copy.
Nice. Me too. I'm into. Yep.
So there you go. All right. So what are we here for?
All right. Yeah, we are here for Cover Combat 11. First up, you're going to show us the winners of the semifinals, but of course, then that leaves little to the imagination to then, of course, know which two books will be the finals. So it's kind of one and the same at the same moment. Although I'm sure you got two cool graphics to show us. So I'm going to put up your screen real quick.
Yeah.
It is now currently up, and you're ready to roll.
All right. So as a reminder, there's the prizes. The final four, we do have one claimed cover still remaining in our final four, which we're going to look at here. So one of these prizes are up for grabs.
Still could possibly happen. Got it. And unknown to us, I'm personally hopeful, and it's a good thing we didn't know because that probably would have swayed my vote because it would have been real hard to vote against whatever the last claimed cover was. So it was good. I think you stopped me in my tracks trying to force you to tell us which one it was in the last show. But that's awesome. There's one left. Good luck to that person, and everybody remember this for Cover Combat 12. But go ahead, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's hard. It does come into mind when I'm sitting there looking and trying to decide it. I'm like, I don't want that to be a factor because I don't want to. I want somebody to win.
Right.
I want them to win honestly, and if I'm voting for a cover because it moves them ahead, that's not honest. So
that's true.
It has crossed my mind, but I've done my best to just stick with my opinion on the actual covers.
That's good.
So that being said, let's move on to the first matchup. We've got Daredevil #1 from Marco Cicchetto versus Alien #3, John Boy Myers. The winner here, 65% of the vote.
Yeah, I could see that going either way. Yeah, this was super tough for me. I think I changed my mind back and forth 2 or 3 times before I sent you my final vote, Mike. But I inevitably, again, this is one of the situations I changed my mind so much. I'm pretty sure this is right, but I ultimately voted for their Daredevil #1. That is really great, but the Alien's great too. But I voted for Daredevil #1.
Yeah,
I also voted for Daredevil #1. I don't know. Here's another shameful moment. I kind of technically think that perhaps Alien 3 is the better cover because it has more attention-grabbing powers than the Daredevil cover does. But I'm just not an Alien fan, so I had to side with Daredevil here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I ended up going with Alien. I do like. I think maybe if Daredevil had a lightning bolt in the background,
right,
it might have got my vote.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect. Somebody hook that up. Let's see a lightning bolt in the background because it's raining in both of these.
Yeah.
See a lightning bolt in the background with some kind of stark, dark, deep blue.
There you go. Blue would be good.
Kind of exploding in the background, kind of like the Alien cover. That'd be epic. So yeah.
All right.
So we're split. Let's see who's right.
Let's see what's moving on to the finals.
KO.
Daredevil #1. Patrick has been championing. How do you say it?
Championing.
Yeah. That's been celebrating this book the whole time. Moving on.
It is going to be hilarious if this ends up winning the whole kit and caboodle with this being the quicker picker upper. It's going to be a funny thing for me for eternity. But yeah, sorry for anyone that possibly, well, obviously no, maybe it wasn't. Only one of 4 was claimed. So I'm hoping the alien wasn't the one that was claimed. But I guess we'll find that out at some point here soon.
Yep. We'll find out. All right. Next up, Catwoman 58, Gabriel Del Otto versus Detective Comics 1056 by Puppeteer Lee. This is a great matchup. 53% of the vote.
Oh man. Both of these are, I'm sure we mentioned in the last show, but man, both of these are both great matchups. Yeah. This one was actually a little bit easier for me. I tried to talk myself into Detective a little bit because obviously I'm more of a Batman fan than a Catwoman fan, but man, all the things we've said over all the episodes with this Catwoman, I think I voted for this Catwoman every single round. I think I've carried this one through as much as I could because I do love it so much. I voted Catwoman.
This was a tough one for me because I don't like either cover. So I ultimately went with the one that made a little more sense to me, and that's the Batman cover, the Detective cover.
Oh man. Okay.
This is fun. I went with Detective as well. I think I voted for both of them. I think I voted against both of them probably from time to time. But ultimately, it's that Detective.
Which I do still love that Detective. And I think, like I said, I'm not the biggest Catwoman fan, but man, I love Del Otto's work in general too. And Puppeteer Lee's had some great stuff too, but as of late with us especially, but man, it seems like everything Del Otto put out, I just love so much. So that helped too.
I want those wheels on my truck.
Right. I definitely, I want that whole car. That's for sure.
All right. Let's see. So Pat and I went with Detective. You went with Catwoman. 53% went with
KO.
Oh,
number 58. I went 0 for 2. You guys went, well, Kevin went 2-0. Pat went 1 for 1.
Yep.
There you go.
man, this finals is going to be real tough for me.
Yeah. Not weird. So there you go. Final matchup, Daredevil number 1 versus Catwoman 58. And now for the $1 million answer to the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yes, it did.
One of these covers is claimed.
Yes. Oh man.
Claimed cover going to the finals again. I love it.
That is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. See, our viewers know what they're doing.
Yep.
And man, yeah, I like this matchup, based on everything. Well, based on everything we've talked about, it seems like it's going to be easy for Pat. Well, I'm speaking for everybody. I'll just let you guys talk. This is going to be tough for me. I'm going to have to look. It's probably going to be a back and forth thing for me to finally decide. But this is tough for me.
No, not tough for me. Super, super, super easy.
Right.
Come on, everybody. Wake up.
I think I have my my cover picked, but I'll probably think about it for about 13 days.
Gotcha.
Just to make sure.
Hey, since hopefully Johnny's still here, John, if you wanted to comment, I'm curious because me and Johnny chatted about Cover Combat 11 for a minute about how he wasn't really into this one too much because he's not a modern cover fan in general, which we knew that about John anyway. So, yeah, I'd be real interested to think if at least these final 2 are something that he at least enjoys both, and that kind of thing. If at least the finals gets him a little excited, hopefully. So we'll
I'm
see.
glad you're curious, Kevin, because we all know curiosity killed the cat.
Oh man, hopefully I didn't jinx it. Sorry, if Karen was here, she'd be on my side. I guarantee it.
Johnny went one. Johnny was 1-1 on this one, and I think let me see. Karen was 2-0.
Yeah, me and Karen nailed it. We're synced up. We're synced up. All right, that's awesome. So yeah, Karen's actually here. Yeah, she gave a little emoji action there. She actually originally said hi, guys, as well. So. All right.
Wow, it's like the shortest show ever.
Yeah. That be it. My outro is probably going to be longer than the show. Maybe. We'll see.
I look around. I don't have anything else to talk about. Just that Action Comics.
Yeah, I guess we do have a couple things. We've got a couple things that are kind of exciting in the finale in the next show to not only talk about, but for anybody that may be new to Cover Combat, the finales are awesome. Not only because we get to see which cover is the actual champ of Cover Combat 11, but also seeing how we do a presentation afterwards to show specifically how it got there, which is always a lot of fun. But we were talking during the pregame today that we got a couple bonus things to talk about, which will be pretty exciting, in my opinion, about future things coming up soon in the finale as well. So check that out. But we'll start here. Please vote on the round 6 finals of Cover Combat 11 starting now until Sunday, May 4th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can comment your vote here, and I'll transfer it over to Facebook where Mike needs to see it. Or you can wait for the Facebook post to be posted, which I'm sure will be real quick tonight after the show. And you can go over to that Facebook post for Cover Combat 11 round 6 and vote there. And then also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notifications of everything we post. Follow us on all of our social medias, and then join us for the next regular live stream on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook this coming Saturday, the 26th of April at 8 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. And then lastly, watch the Cover Combat 11 Pick 3 edition finale Monday, May 5th, 2 weeks from now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. So
there you go.
I think I might have nailed that. Don't get too cocky. I'm going to screw up my outro. Speaking of my outro, dadgummit, where's my sheet? Oh, crap. As I just lifted something over here and threw it across the room. Okay, I'm going to have to wing it. So, did you have anything else, Pat?
No, I did not.
Mike?
No, I've got pop-ups popping up. I'm trying to close things. There we go.
Yeah, that was happening to me too. That's weird. Or I think our computers were like thinking there, link in there too. Mom was here too, and she loved the show. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. Gotta love mom's love. But anyway, appreciate you checking us out. Go vote, vote, vote. And until next time, don't forget, voting on which covers is better. Wait, I'm like totally flaking right now. I can't remember what the actual thing is. Do you remember, Pat?
No, I don't.
I don't
Mike?
either. No.
I say it every week. Why don't you guys remember?
I don't know. Not my job. I count on you remembering.
Yeah, listen to me being critical of you. You watch me do it every week. Well, you say it every week. All right, awesome. I've got my handy dandy cheat sheet here, so we're good to go.
I see you say it every week. I don't listen.
That's a very good point. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for checking us out. Please vote. And until next time, don't forget that appreciating great art is awesome. And voting on which covers you think are better is a lot of fun. So why not watch Cover Combat, buy Exceller Comics, and do both?
Nailed it.
Exceller out.